Welcome back to the city. We're going to hopefully implement a bit of a gate at this back wall. So yeah, that's part one of our plan for this episode. This is a centre location here. We can probably just get away with breaking through here. And it's nice and flat on the other side, which is nice. Not so flat on this side, but we can make it flat, I'm sure. Getting rid of some of this dirt and then maybe filling in that wee pit there will enable us to really just flatten out the area a bit. But yeah, this is where the gate will be. And then I'm planning to have a road swing around and then a bridge that goes over there. I think that will be alright. See, the sad thing is, or it's not sad, the thing is, I was trying to align this so that it wouldn't really go close to this spit of land, but also it would line up with the hill. I did neither. This ended up being so close to that spit of land, and it never lined up with the hill, so yeah, whatever. Anyway, now, I'm not planning to add a statue, partly because I'm lazy, partly because there's already a pattern up there, so we'll just leave it as it is. I was going to make the gate this wide, 3 wide, but that's too narrow for a gate of this stature, so we're going to have to make it a wee bit wider than that. Probably try and get it 5 wide. I think that would be sensible. Let's get rid of that, sorry. And yes, we will waste a wee bit of resources doing this, but I never thought about it. I was building this... How was I building this again? I think I was doing a third-person time-lapse at the time, and I just wasn't thinking. So, yeah, this is where the entrance is going to be. We've got a lot of dirt now, so we can easily just like kind of fill this in as and when we need to. But that's only the gate that's 3 wide. We need to open it out a wee bit more. Right, there we go. As you can see, I've widened the gate and I've made it taller. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what else. I'm gonna get rid of this this dirt because we don't really need it. Probably add a light in there once we go for our glowstone. One of these days we're going to go for a glowstone grind on camera. Just to and the reason for that, the reason I'm going to do it on camera is to show you the difference on mining glowstone in the nether and all that, because the nether is so different. I've been out once for soul sand when I was doing up the spider arena. Went out for soul sand. The nether is so different compared to the last time that I went hunting for resources on camera. Right, very quickly, I could do this another time, but I just want to show the scene of the city, or the setting of the city from the far shore. Just before I ruin it, because I feel like I'm going to do a good job in ruining it. Look at that. I really do like that. The pier, or not the pier, sorry, the quayside, the towers, the wall, the castle, it just looks fantastic. Like, so far, this is turning into an amazing, like, project. Can we not take a screenshot? What? Why can we not take screenshots? Alright, well, screenshots can't be taken, unfortunately. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to add in some of that, and I'm going to add in some gravel for the road surface. And that way, I'll be able to get a better picture of where this is going, because I want to be able to fill in certain areas if necessary with dirt. So I was just trying to hotkey to my 9th slot there, not the easiest thing to do. You might wonder why I have to hotkey to my 9th slot when I could just do that. Well, sometimes my scroll wheel doesn't do that. See, that time it went to my... Yeah, sometimes it goes to my 2nd slot. Very weird, but just a minor issue when you could use your hotkeys. Anyway. Oh yeah, I need to replace that. So this is what we're looking at. How are we going to improve this? I think, first of all, it'd be nice to have a bit of a banner, but obviously banners don't exist, so we're going to have to opt for something else. I've got an idea. I have a plan of action. Let's leave that there, although we might have to take it out eventually. But then what we're going to do is that... Yeah, just that. Is that all? Is that all we have to do? To make it look somewhat reasonable. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to try and get rid of some of this dirt just so you know it's not showing. You know, I don't mind that. It's a bit different. Instead of having an arch, it's a bit of a shield kind of pattern. Yeah, let's just go for it. Right, so have we just completed the gate with little to no effort? That's so it sounds so bad. Let's get rid of the wooden part at the top. It doesn't add anything. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to try to curve the road around here, just so it's in. Oh, massive lag spike. Yeah, we're just going to curve it around so it's in line with where the bridge is going to go. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let's have a look. We don't want the bridge to be too close to the tower, but at the same time we want it to be a reasonable distance away. Probably here is an adequate place. Is the bridge going to be 5 wide? It's a big challenge if it is, but let's aim for that. And there we go. That should be it. That should be it sorted. I think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we need to add necessarily to this bit. We just need to build the actual thing. It's going to go kind of close to the tower, but I'm not worried. I'm not sure what we'll build it out of yet. I don't have too many ideas. And then this here, this path can maybe wander up there and down there because we still need an entrance to this tower. How many towers actually have an official entrance? That one kind of does. Okay, those 3 do. That one sort of does, but it's higher up. That one's the only one that doesn't have an entrance, so we need to sort that out. Right, I'm just finishing a bit of a construction here. Well, part of the path that goes down to the this tower. We're just gonna, I don't know, create an entrance here. I can't do that. It doesn't look good. We'll have to put the entrance here instead. Let's get that on our bar. And let's put the stone structure back. There we go. Bit weird, but whatever. We'll add another stair here, I guess. And oh, is that a creeper? No, there's a skeleton up there. Yeah, these towers aren't lit up. There's nothing inside. Yeah, he doesn't see me. But yeah, that's how you get inside. Maybe we should have should we have an entrance out here? Oh wait, no we can't, because that's where the key side is. Looks like there's no exit out onto the key. But whatever, I'm going to try and get started on the bridge now. That's the main thing for this episode. How are we going to do it? And I do have vague plans to build over there. We should probably go over there just make sure it's worthwhile. I've got vague plans to build over here. I'm not going to say what it is, because it may never get done. Oh look, 2 chickens just spawned. Yeah, it may never get done. It's not well, it could become a huge project, but I don't want it to be. I want it to be manageable. So far, this is manageable. So as you can see over there, there's the pillar that I sometimes use as a beacon. There's another beacon there. It's a very strange place, isn't it? It's almost like an island, and yet it may be connected to land over there. Yeah, just imagine this wasn't here. This would just be like a pool of water, just be an ocean, which would be interesting. I mean, nice views and all that, but it's just a very strange place in my opinion. Don't even know what biome it is, shrubland or something, seasonal forest. Right, one of these days before we go to beta 1.8, I'm going to have to do what do you call it? A guide to all pre-beta 1.8 biomes, because, you know, just for my own sake as well as anyone that's interested. Seems like it's joined, but only just. There's this strange pool in the water in the middle of the land. And it ends, yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of joined in some weird way. Is it joined there? No, it's not. But I mean, it's basically. It probably was joined. I probably dug through there so I could get my boat through. Yeah, okay. So it's definitely worth building a bridge here, I reckon. It gives us access to all the lands over here. I mean, obviously we could build another portal, but we might as well build a bridge as well. Why not? Alright, so just thought I would do a bit of a time lapse of the construction of the bridge. This was a nightmarish project. It started off okay, actually. It started off promising. As you can see, I'm just working on the... Well, it'll be difficult for you to see, but I'm working on the pillars at the bottom of the ocean at the moment, or the river. It's more of a river, isn't it? But I think it classifies itself as an ocean. You don't get rivers in these versions unless you build them yourself. But yeah, as you can see, just working on the pillars, working on the parts above the pillars. The decoration was actually alright. I was using mainly stone and cobble, and I think we'll add in that wee hole there that you can see, we're going to add some glowstone eventually. But yeah, this early part was fairly straightforward. I was taking inspiration from something and it was working out fairly nicely. Problems kind of began when we started working on the area you walk on, basically, which is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I didn't really know what else to do. I didn't just want to leave a flat area with little to no decoration. And so that's really where the problem lay. I didn't know how to make it look good. I didn't know how to add to what we'd already got. I wasn't even sure if I wanted it to be flat, but in the end I just decided to go for it. As you can see, I added some logs. It doesn't look too bad at the moment. I added some logs just for a bit of support, really, just to add to the support aspect of the bridge. And then, as you can see, adding trapdoors and all that. But then I began to add towers. You can see that at the moment. I'm just adding towers. And ultimately, I wasn't quite sure what I was doing at this point. I was just adding whatever. And then I thought, hey, let's make a suspension bridge. And as you can see, that's what I'm doing now. Adding some fences to give that suspension element. But I did end up tearing this out. Spoilers, I ended up tearing it out. Didn't like where it was going. And ultimately we had to settle for... Well, I didn't change it that much. I couldn't be bothered breaking down the towers and all that. So I just kind of left it as it was. But it did cause me quite a few headaches at the time when I was just trying to work on it and make it look nice. But... that's part of building, trial and error and all that. So what has changed about the bridge? Well, this is what it looks like now. Yeah, I wasn't liking the suspension idea. This, I don't know, to be honest. Like, this is the first time in a long time I've had major issues with something. I'm just not good at bridges. I mean, I like the bridge I did at the campsite over the other side of the city. I like the things I've done down here. Those are fine. I've just noticed I've not actually added stairs to all the lower sections, so I'm going to go and do that now. But yeah, I'm not sure what it is about this. Maybe it's because it's too flat or something. Maybe we need to add something at the bottom. I mean, if I'm looking at it face on, do I like it? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. I'm actually just going to... oops. Let's try and get that back. I'm going to try and change out half of the stone slabs with cobble slabs. Get a bit of a checker pattern going. Because I want to. Because I feel like it'll make it look a wee bit better. But otherwise, it's been very, very challenging. I gave up on the third person thing because I was just like, right, I just want to focus on this. Forget the recording and all that. It's not difficult. It's more to do with being an inconvenience. Wait, what is that? Why did I put stairs there instead of slabs? That's really strange. Anyway, yeah. So we gave up on the third person time lapse, but that's okay. Gave me a chance to really just focus on the job in hand, which was to not make this look, or to make this look somewhat reasonable. I mean, it's not bad. It's just I feel like I could do better. It's a case of I'm better than this, or well, maybe not better than this, but I think I could do a slightly better job. I actually was originally going to come over here and fill in some of this lower section here because it looks a bit weird having a large-ish section that doesn't have dirt underneath. So we're just gonna work on filling all this in. I actually like this this a lot more. I like the checkered pattern. It's certainly is a big improvement on just the general look of the whole thing, especially from up here. Oh dear, that's not good. But otherwise, I'm still not entirely sure how we're going to salvage this build. I think... Well, we're not going back to suspension, that's for sure. And we're not going to put fences between these. I don't think that's necessary. So that is a big improvement, I think, on the floor anyway. I'm happy we've switched to the checker pattern. There was one other thing I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to maybe add a bit of a pattern down here. Not sure what necessarily. Fences? Fences seem a bit radical, but we might have to try it. I was thinking of possibly doing a kind of arch, but we don't really need an arch, but we do need something down here. Anything. Well, actually, I was going to try and just spam... I was going to spam trapdoors all over the bridge. We can try that. Well, mainly here. Let's see, how does that work? I'm getting a lot of lag, unfortunately. How does that look? Does that look okay? Not sure. We might try that. Or we might try something else. Well, would you believe it? Fences were the answer. I now like the bridge. I think it's great. I think we're going to keep it the way it is. I'm almost tempted to add fences there in the gap between the two pillars. But we're going to leave it like as it is. I was going to put trapdoors there, but then I decided to leave that alone too. And we're going to get some glowstone at some point in a future episode. Place it down there. There's a lot of places I want to place glowstone. I just need to remember where they all are. 2 down here, some in the throne room, some somewhere else, but I've forgotten where it is. Whoops, that's awkward. But no, the point is, everything's coming together. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with this part of the bridge, even though it looks a wee bit strange. But yeah, we'll live with it. We'll live with it. So the final thing I want to do is I want to do one more path. This episode's been all about paths and various other things. Oh yeah, we broke through here. We broke through the gate there. I want to build a path up the side here, and at some point I want to join it up with a staircase there, and maybe bring it around here too, and then maybe have a path go from here down there. I don't know. I'll think about it. But we've got a lot of gravel, so hopefully we don't run out. But that's the plan for the rest of the episode. I just thought that the episode number of this, I think, is 144. 12 squared. No idea why that's significant, but for whatever reason it is. Do we have any more? Oh, there it is. Stone slabs, I was going to say, yeah. Let's make a few more stone slabs. That's not stone. It's kind of hard to tell, like, cobble and gravel apart, in my opinion. Where is it? Let's see. Is it easy? Yeah, it's a lot easier the larger you get. Okay, it's very obvious there. But it's very difficult the smaller it is. Look at that. You can barely tell. I mean, that's gravel, right? Yeah, so you can just about make out what's going on. Curious. I still don't know why they did that, but they made as I said, they made all the items lighter. They must have darkened them at some point, because I don't remember them being this light in current versions. What should we do? We've got some stairs. Thankfully we brought our bed as well. What I'm planning to do is, this staircase is going to come down. Let's just clear out a bit of space. We'll have gravel here, gravel on the floor. We're not doing cobble roads here. I know I've done I've done stone roads here. I did cobble roads back at my alpha area. And we'll have a staircase come down here maybe. For some reason it makes more sense to put the staircase there than here or here. Okay, we've got a bit of a path going on here, a bit of a minor road that comes, well, it goes from the castle down to the back gate and vice versa. Then this staircase comes from up the top of the tower, as I have already stated. And if I haven't, well, there you go, you know where it comes from now. No, anyway. But It doesn't actually come from the top of the tower, to be fair. It only goes halfway up, so yeah, it's lacking slightly. But no, it's working out well. I'm not opposed to doing paths this early when we've got very few builds around. It just means that we'll be able to use the layout of the paths, the roads, to add builds later. And as I said, I don't really want to have a lot of builds meshed together like I had in my journal world. I'd rather I'd rather take it a bit easier and just have, you know, a few builds here or there, or neither here nor there, you know, something like that. We'll work it out as time goes on. So I've almost got things finished. All I need to do now is run a path that goes from the castle down to the front gate. Now, I'm not necessarily sure if we want it to go down that way or just down the hill. I think we'll take the easy route and just go down to that tower over there. And that way, yeah, it can link up with the front gate like that. But otherwise, oh dear, it's turning night. Yeah, otherwise it should be fairly straightforward. We can save, like the main street can go from the front gate straight on, if you know what I mean. So like we don't need to have the main... I mean, it would make more sense, because if, for example, the ruler of the land was living in the castle and was taking an army out from the castle all the way to the front gate, it would make more sense to have a direct route that was like the most important route in the city. But I mean, we don't play by the rules here. We do sometimes. We do when it suits us, but it doesn't suit us here. We found the entrance to a cave that I covered up ages ago. Well, maybe not ages ago, but certainly when I first came to this city. As you can tell, I'm out of a spade, so we're having to dig with our hand. Did you know what do you call it? Oh, flip! What's it called? It's a canal, the Suez Canal. Yeah, the Suez Canal was apparently dug a lot by hand back in the day when it was built, back in the 19th century. Just imagine that. Just imagine being conscripted to work. I don't know why we just punched the guy. We've got a sword. Yeah, just imagine. Oh, yeah, just imagine being conscripted to work, digging a canal by hand with no tools. Maybe a stick if you were lucky. Although I'm not convinced many people would have had sticks. Would sticks even have existed in the middle of the, well, in that part of the world? It's just desert there, isn't it? Well, there we go. We've got the path finished. So yeah, brilliant. Everything's interconnected now. Well, almost everything. Basically, there's a road that goes all the way from that tower all the way over there to the tower over there. So that's pretty cool. I said over there a wee bit too much in that last sentence. My apologies. Why is there a creeper in broad daylight? He must have come out the tower or something, or maybe he spawned under the bridge. Yeah, oh, this is another place we need glowstone. Right under there, yeah, he probably spawned there. Anyway, that should do it for this episode. Oh, maybe he came out of there. Let's get rid of him. Oh, I'm hit! I wasted a piece of food earlier because I had no inventory space and I spent a long time hunting for that. Alright, there we go. We do have one piece of food left. Yeah, so I'm pretty satisfied with what we have managed to accomplish. The bridge is a lot better than it was, let's just be honest. I'm more than happy with the direction it went in eventually. It started well, the middle part was kind of meh, and then as soon as I added the fences, everything was fine again. So, you know, fences are iron bars in this version, the iron bars in this version. If you don't know, I've got a thing with iron bars. Add iron bars to any build and it will instantly improve it. That's the case with fences here. Obviously a wee bit annoying to place, but well, there you go. It was worth it in the end for that. And yeah, also we've added a load of paths. Paths, like making paths and all that, is one of these ones that it's just grindy, it's simple, anyone can do it. It doesn't necessarily make the place look any better or any worse, but in my opinion it has to be done. If this is to be given a more authentic feel, then I feel like paths are vital. They're not that special, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, thank you very much for checking out this episode. Have a good rest of the day. I will see you when I see you.